Hello gang, welcome to the channel, and today we're gonna go through a video that I just start thinking about it in my previous live stream like 2 days ago, and I had some ideas for some tier 4 characters and their skill set. I'm gonna introduce you 9 characters, actually not 10 but 9 characters that I believe everyone is waiting for, but they don't know that they are waiting for to be tier 4. And this tier 4 is gonna be introduced with the skill. What I mean, I'm gonna go through every single character that I imagine getting a tier 4 and explain you a tier 4 skill that could be able to be used, like dropping like a brainstorming, for the developers. Because even if you will have all these tier 4s, we like have 40 tier 4s or close to 40 tier 4s, their tier 4 skill seems to be exactly the same or repeated. After a while they change something, they add some chain hit, they add something else. I'm not gonna say about specific stats that the tier 4 is gonna give you, but I'm gonna speak about 9 specific unique abilities that I just figure out myself and fit into a video game like Marvel Future Fight for PvP, for PvE, and having multiple different things that we haven't seen yet, but there is already in other games. We're gonna go through one by one, telling you about the uniform I'm imagining for them with some pictures from internet, and the skill set I'm gonna explain without seeing you any numbers as I told you. So yeah, I hope Netmarble actually watch the video and get some ideas from there for future tier 4s, and also for the specific skills I'm gonna mention, because believe me, I believe these skills are gonna help the game progress through and stop making us bored for all tier 4s we're getting. We need something unique, meaning on the tier 4, because they are struggling to give us more tier 4 materials. They want the tier 4 to matter a lot, so we need some uniqueness in our skill set. Before we go through that, guys, I want you to make sure that you have smashed the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit me down below in the comments your next tier 4 with the skill of the tier 4. The skill that you are imagining getting into the game and changing the way game works, and give something unique, or the character with something unique uniform. So let me know down below in the comments. And I know that there is some people out there watching the content without being subscribed, and you are a lot. You're like more than 50%. So guys, do me a favor, boost this YouTube algorithm, smashing the like button and subscribing to the channel. Let's go to my number 9 idea right now. Something I forget to mention, all 9 characters are already in the game, tier 4, or tier 3 probably, or Awaken, and this is the only exception on this list, and this is Captain America with the female uniform, but I'm talking about no other than Captain Carter. Captain Carter was on What If both seasons, and in the end of season 2, yeah, sorry if I'm spoiling it for you, but she went crazy. She had superpowers, and I'm gonna show you the looks she has. There's no good quality look to get somehow, because most of them are from videos, but yeah, something like this it is. Yeah, this is it. This is Captain Carter, guys. She wears helmet of Hela. She wears all the stones into her uniform. She has a sword there. I'm not sure whose sword is this. She has the shield of Captain America, of course. She has everything, actually. So my idea is introducing a uniform for Captain America and get him into Captain Carter, or introduce Captain Carter into the game. We are missing a combat female so long, and of course they're gonna drop Crescent. We know it sucks. We don't want Crescent. We want something like this, guys. We want Captain Carter came into the game and becoming a character that she's gonna have a skill set. I'm gonna talk about, it's the only character I'm gonna talk about the skill set, because it's a unique character. She has the ability of actually everyone in the Marvel universe. She can use everything, and the point here is that she could use on every single skill different skills from the characters that they are in the game, like using the 5th skill, use something that Hela has in the game, a counter attack. Using the fourth skill, it's something Thanos has. Using the third skill, it's something Ultron has. Or whatever, you know, a lot of skills, different skills. And here, tier 4 skill is going to be unique, kind of, but instead of just dropping a striker, she's gonna drop no other than Kahori. Kahori into the What If series saved Captain Carter us multiple times, so to be fair, we want Kahori to be there in her tier 4, help her for like 10 seconds. Kahori can dispel you, can do whatever you want, and also doing strike damage like a normal striker you're using in your tier 4 skills. So Captain Carter should have a lot of abilities, and when she wants to use her tier 4, Kahori comes to save her, making her perhaps invisible for some seconds or something like that, you know. I'm not sure about the numbers, the seconds and all this, but this is the idea. We want a combat female that actually worth going for tier 4 and not Crescent or some Bazinga tier 4 that you're gonna drop to us again. Like Hope, like, yeah, whatever. So, this is my first thing. Let's go to the next one and let's go to number 8. Another girl in the party, and it's no other than Wanda Maximoff. And Wanda Maximoff was one of the characters into the MCU that had super duper powers, but her weird powers that we haven't explored yet, and something I saw first time in comics, but they introduce it again on the same series What If, and it's the second that I'm using from What If, but it's the last one, believe me. It's WandaVision Zombie. And yes, I know it's kind of, you know, a lot of people really likes Wanda and the actress, you know. But still, I feel like this uniform can give her more potentials than anything else in the game. And what I'm talking about, she is able to revive everyone, right? Why not get a revive tier 4 skill in Marvel Future Fight? Literally revive. What I'm talking about. Having this character, you know, her skill set could do whatever, you know. The point is the look, being a necromancer like she used to be in What If series, and she's reviving all the heroes that she's killing. It's like a zombie infection, but in the same time magic and all this situation together. So you're having the character spamming, playing like this, and you're swapping into timeline battle into your second character you have. The enemy is killing your second character, and you swap again Wanda using your tier 4 and reviving the other player in your team up. Of course, this can't be happened, you know, with your character in PvE, but for PvE, you could, instead of revive a character that just died, revive or give life to a striker. Of course, this could be like crazy value for PvE and PvP. That's why we have to restrict it somehow, and I'm gonna drop some numbers here just for you, and you know, the common sake. I'm gonna give like 10 seconds of life for everyone who is reviving. So if you have like Adam Warlock, your Adam Warlock is dying, you're swapping into Wanda, reviving Adam Warlock, and getting your life, getting your Adam into control and to the main character for just 10 seconds after he's going down again. So it's not busted skill, it's a new effect that we don't have until now, you know, reviving. It's all over, you know, the games online. You can find revive on every RPG game, and there is no revive yet. So we have to go through something to make it work. PvE, you're reviving the striker you have in your tier 4 skill, and your PvP, you're reviving everyone you had in your team and you just killed. Alliance Conquest, Alliance Tournament, or Timeline Battle could actually work, having the character for 10 seconds being alive and after suicide himself, you know, self-destruction or something. And the self-destruction could do damage also. This is really smart, using zombies to explode. Yeah, but who am I? Am I a developer? No. Developers know. A bit change hit damage and we are okay. Let's go to the next one. The next character are gonna be badly to be tier 4, and he's going to be in the future when the new Spider-Man is gonna come. It's Spot. Spot is super powerful into the movie, and he was able to do multiple things, and we have the funny part of Spot right now in the game, and I want the angry part of Spot in the game, and I'm gonna explain how. This is actually the final form he took into Spider-Man 2, the animation one, and he is able to look like symbiote, look like Knull, I'm not sure. But the point is that for the meta of PvP, you know, we have the thing that speed types are stronger than blast types, but we never had a revive character or a character with immortality being speed type. So I don't want to do exactly the same copy paste like they're doing, but we can add something else. For 5 seconds, let's say for 10 seconds, on his tier 4 skill, he's become fluid. And what I'm talking about, you have a character that he can move whenever he wants into the stage, but in normal, you know, not like whenever, but he can move into an iframe per month. He can use his skills, he can do whatever he wants, but he is into an iframe all the time. So only the characters that ignores iframe can hit him with skills that ignores iframe, and he gonna be, you know, VPAD all the time. So you can use his skills and also move. He gonna be really hard to be targeted because, you know, he can be whenever he wants, really fast, and in the same time he's gonna be always on iframe. He going into the spot, you know, so you can't see him, but he can hit you. You can target him only with specific skills. So if the enemy uses this iframe skill on you, you know, the ignore iframe skill, after you're going into your tier 4 and you're kite him around and hit him with your skills. So you need strategy, but it can work and be really good. Looks like immortality, to be honest, but in the same time you have your soft spot and you need to soft spot, by the way, yeah, and you need to play around from the enemies, you know. If you want to survive more, you can go into the edge of the stage. There is a lot of strategies that we can work on, but the spot skill gonna be the tier 4, a permanent iframe for some seconds, and be able to be hit only from specific characters and specific skills. This is gonna be busted. I wanna see Spot smashing the meta for PvE and PvP. Of course, in PvE he could do something extra, you know, some extra stats for it. They know how not to add anything on tier 4, so they can do the same for PvE, let's say. So yeah, Spot, my boy, I want some justice for him right now. Next character is going to be one of my favorite characters in the game, Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards. And Reed Richards, guys, has this big helmet. You know why? Because he had to put his head on. He's super smart, bro. He's like top 5 smartest guys into the Marvel universe of comics, and the game gives him bullshit, you know. He always being the super stretchy dude, but this is not all things that he's doing. All of his skills, this one is supposed to be the maker, and he was like symbiote stuff all together, but yeah, still he's only stretching. We don't want any more stretching Mr. Fantastic, and what he's missing that makes him so unique that no other character has that uniqueness except one right now in the MCU, but in the comics he is the OG character having that, and it's no other than his own cancel. He has cancel of himself from multiple universe. It's the only dude that had figured out to travel in the multiverse and speak with his own self from other multiverses. There are multiple Reed Richards there that you can take advantage of them. So my idea is make a Reed Richard, whoever Reed Richard you want from these ones. Pick someone randomly. I'm not sure. Just the normal Reed Richard uniform, I could say, just the normal one, and make him transform in different form every time he's hitting his tier 4 skill. We have that already on some skills. You know, there is a Thanos skill and every time you're pressing it, there is other order, member of the Black Order that came and assist you. So he could have the stretchy skills, he could be like, you want net marble, okay, there's no problem. But every time you're pressing your tier 4, even your character transforming into one of these retards, having a different skill set, or same skill set but with different effects, or another retard comes from another universe and strike with your striker together. So introducing one striker skill that when you press it, there is a second retard inside. You know, it's not that hard. Copy paste some animations from Cable. If you can see here, there is retard Cable, there is retard Human Torch, there is retard Iceman, there is retard Professor X, Hercules. You can make him come in, do a punch and go out, and make Richard feels unique, and you know, say to all how smart he is, bro. He's not only stretched, he's so smart. He's so smart. Richards needs some justice, and of course the character that's gonna drop probably gonna have the same stats as your Richards. And all of this, you know, it's developers things. I don't have to worry about it. I'm just dropping the idea, guys. I'm just the messenger here. The next character in the list is no other than Quicksilver, brother of Wanda, and the dude is super fast. The dude is so fast that you can't even see him. He can actually stop time and stuff like that. Into the X-Men movies, if you see there all the stop frames and all this stuff, I'm not sure what's the uniform he deserves, to be honest. I'm not sure about the look he gonna look like. But even if he looks like that, I want something to be happen in his tier 4 skill. And I'm so specific on this, you know, on this picture. You can see there is Quicksilver and there is a stop on the frame there, and the bullets are flying. It's not like the bullets actually are all over the place. It's like he's stopping time, guys. You know that from the movies, right? What if we had this tier 4 ability inside the game? Of course, we have time freeze in the game, we have something, you know, there is multiple skills. But I'm not speaking about time freeze. I'm speaking about freeze of the screen, freeze the stage. If there is a flame on the, you know, down below in the ground on Knull, freeze it. Freeze everything. Everything is freezed. Enemies are freezed, and you can walk with your character for like 3 seconds. And the only downside is going to be something like a penalty that you have like 5 seconds. Okay, you have 5 seconds. You can use your 5 seconds however you want. You can use your skills. You can walk around. You can wait to heal or whatever. But the point is that whenever you have cooldown on all of your skills. So if you go and take advantage of the moment and use all the skills together, you're gonna get streaked out of the phase that you're gonna pause the screen. So you're gonna have the ability to freeze it for 5 seconds, but in the 5 seconds you can't use all your skills. You need to use some strategy, because you know, if you have the game freeze for 5 seconds, it's super busted. But we want this freeze effect of everything into the game, and Quicksilver walk around the enemies and do whatever he wants for 5 seconds or something like this, you know. As I told you, I'm just a messenger. I want freeze screen, like you pause in the game and everything is like this. The boss is like this, the enemies are like this, everything. Yes, that's what I need to see with my own eyes. Can you do it? Do it, guys. And after that, Quicksilver gonna break meta of Madeline and all these blast types and combo types you're dropping there. It's only Spider-Man into PvP meta, so we need characters like Spot, we need characters like Quicksilver to go there and do the difference without just having a copy-paste immortality and a copy-paste revive like developers doing all over again and again and again. Yeah. Next one is no other than Knull. And Knull, guys, it's a dude that it's so bad luck. He has so bad luck. He came into the game and he never was meta for anything actually. It was like a period of time he was good for PvE because of his extra pierce, but as soon as people went into, you know, super high pierce, other characters introduced into the game, and he was out of the meta from the very start. So what I believe about my dude here is that he doesn't actually have a lot of different looks. This is one of the looks that is not exactly the same because of the extra shoulders and stuff, and the sword is not red 100% or something. But the point here is Knull need to get updated. It's one of the characters that has immortality into his kit, and I know, you know, we have already Venom for PvE. We have one symbiote. We have Carnage, the best, you know, the better Knull right now. Knull is no joke for Alliance Conquest, by the way, even still now. But Knull needs something to be good one way or other way, you know. And my idea here was to him to get a uniform like this. And when he goes into his tier 4 skill, he transformed one on the proto symbiote, which is Void Knight. Void Knight is actually the first spawn of Knull into the universe, you know, the first symbiote that he made himself to go search for Silver Surfer into the comic run. I think, perhaps I'm wrong, 100%, I'm not sure. But the point here is we need a more bulky Knull to go through PvE or PvP. He is so underperforming from the start of when he came into the game, so I want him to be good somehow. Of course, the skill set for him, it's gonna be unfair to give him something extra special, so even if he get a new skill set, transform the character for 10 seconds into this dude, and this dude could be the dude for PvE, and his normal form could be good for PvP, or vice versa. But we want him to be we won't deserve what he's deserved actually. Now should be one of the strongest character in the game, and he's struggling being in the top 20 Alliance Conquest teams. It's kind of unfair. I don't have a lot for him, you know, something specific like the previous characters, but I really enjoy symbiotes, and I am a simp of symbiotes. That's why I include him into the list. Feels unfair for him to be that bad, so yeah, give my boys something. Doctor Doom, yeah, I know everyone wants tier 4 Doctor Doom. There is people in my comments saying that I don't care about my lane. I already bought Doctor Doom Epic Quest and I'm waiting for his tier 4. Yeah, hope he gets it anytime soon, but that's my idea about his tier 4 skill, and I'm gonna explain the look and why I feel like this is right to be happen, and justice for Doctor Doom. Of course, the uniform needs to be God Ember Doom. In this Secret Wars comic run, he was out of your mind strong. He had a molecule man doing whatever he was asking. He was controlling reality. He was controlling everything. He had even the Mr. Fantastic family in like his pets. It was like it was his own family. He has twisted the reality. It was really weird, but at the same time, he was so strong that he did that you're gonna see right now, and I want it for his tier 4 skill. And here we are. It's like, it's Doctor Doom there, and Thanos is flexing, I am Thanos, I had the Infinity Gauntlet. And the dude is like, okay, do you have Infinity Gauntlet right now? I do not have it, but I'm Thanos, the Great Titan, and for you that should be enough. And Doctor Doom stripped his spine off his body and saying, I'm true, bro, I'm true. This is not true, I'm true. I can do that. And this is Fatality, guys. Doctor Doom needs Fatality tier 4. And what I'm talking about, okay. Fatality is a Mortal Kombat, you know, it's the thing that kills the enemy in the end. And here, that's exactly what I said. Kills the enemy in the end. So, if you have your tier 4, if your enemy is below that percentage of HP, he's instant dying. this is already exist on challenger buffs, so they can track how much HP the enemy have and do him as a really strong kill, a really strong hit. You know, it's Dr. Doom. He should bring Doom. He should kill. One shot kill, fatality. So whenever your enemy is below this percent, the damage you're doing, it's like 1 billion more, whatever. It's instant kill actually. Instant kill. If the enemy is not at this percentage, you're just doing damage in the enemy. So it's gonna be used like Iron Man's passive ability in the World Boss Legend. If the boss has below some bars, this skill could do way more damage, and for PvE and for PvP it's gonna be instant death. Oh, you are playing against Doom and you are at 20%? Death. But ignores everything. We want something that it's instant death. You can go into the enemy, you know, do your iframe, enable his immortality, and when his immortality goes off, you use this and kill him. You have time, you know, to charge your tier 4, so it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy. If you have this kind of skill, don't believe that you're gonna instant kill anyone, because you need to charge your tier 4, but as soon as you charge your tier 4 and you play some tactics, you can know that you have an instant kill on an enemy, whatever he has, immortality, whatever, you know. This is gonna be super cool, and I'm looking forward to have an instant kill button for Dr. Doom, and God Emperor Doom should be the case for him 100%. So now let's go to the final one, and this is the dude that made me thinking about tier 4 skills, uniforms and all this stuff, speculations from my live stream last night. So if you were there, you already know what I'm gonna say, but yeah, let's go through this. We're talking about Sentry becoming Void, but the point is how you can put this down into paper. And we're talking about something really unique here. It's gonna be a tier 4 skill that's gonna give you a buff that if you die during this buff is into your skill set, you're gonna revive instead of Sentry, you're gonna revive into Void. And Void is gonna give you a whole new different setup of skills, and in the same time is gonna provide you the opportunity to use a villain. You're gonna start the stage as a hero, and when you die and you're Void, you're a villain now, and you have villain skills, whatever, you know. This is gonna be something that there is not something like this in the game, you know. There's no character swapping into the fight from hero or from blast to speed or whatever. Like this thing I said about Reed Richards is for him to swap also into speed or something, but here it's so specific. It's hero becoming a villain. When Void is going to revive, it's not like you're gonna have infinity time to do whatever you want. As soon as Void be inside the game, you're gonna have some extra buffs. You're gonna have like permanent iframe, or not permanent iframe, iframe penetration, I mean, for like 10 seconds or something. And after this happens, Void dies again, and you have again Sentry. You know, you're gonna have a character that is, whenever he has the buff of Void and you use your tier 4 skill and he dies, he's gonna become Void. But then after the Void effect comes out, he's gonna return into Sentry. This is something we have already in the game. We have Mephisto, and Mephisto, as the character we're using, we can actually swap into 2 only characters. We can use his 3rd skill and transform the character from a villain. Yeah, while you're using your 3rd skill, your character became from a character that has damage against superheroes, like it's this one. He's becoming a character that has damage against super villains. He's becoming from PvE to PvP and vice versa. So there is already in the game, it's not something specific, but in Sentry's side, you know, fits more when he dies. Of course, it could be something different for PvE, you know, you can't die yourself into PvE to get into Void, but for PvP it could work like that, and for PvP could work something, transform your character into Void. And these things, you know, it's kind of confused because in the same time you have to consider that characters like Mephisto, characters like Sentry, characters like Knull has not their own artifacts and they have already a lot of abilities. Sentry has already the revive, so it's not gonna be not new skill having a tier 4 reviving you into void. So perhaps I said wrong, you know, perhaps it's not revive, it's just transforming into void and swapping your skill set for 10 seconds only, and after you have to use again your tier 4 to transform into void. But the artifact could be something similar to what I was saying before, you know. For PvP you are reviving as void and you can use your character only as void, or for PvP or for PvE could be some extra damage or something like that. But yeah, I'm struggling here. I'm trying to pull out, you know, skills, effects, passive abilities, all this shit I'm talking about. It's like just in my mind, and I want developers to see this and people that actually care about the game and push these ideas, you know, push the differentiation between the tier 4s. It's not, I don't want to be specific something that I said into the game. I'm not, you know, so delusional to believe that, but I want the game to start thinking with their head, because now they're thinking with their wallet and they need to add skills into the game, unique effects. Of course they can't introduce every skill I said all together, but start from somewhere, guys. We need to have to revive characters. Why not? Is this so hard to happen? We need some kill shots. It's already on Challenger. Why not spreading it into character skill sets? And generally, yes, I would appreciate so much if you just drop down below in the comments your ideas about the next tier 4 or the tier 4 of your dreams or something, so we can work here with some more ideas in the next video on the characters you're gonna suggest on the comments. Don't forget smashing the like button, subscribing to the channel, and let me also know which transformation of this all I said it's your favorite one. See you into the next one. Kisses in your faces.